Hello, this is Brent. Hello, this is Brent.
Hey, Brent, this is Sarah calling from Objection Proof. I probably caught you at a bad time.
No, I'm good. What's going on, Sarah?
You expressed some interest in our AI lead manager, the system that makes sure you never miss another lead and sets appointments for you on autopilot. Do you have 5 minutes to see if we're a fit?
Not right now. I need to get the right number from Steve Trang because I want to sell my house, and I just filled out an application on a website to do that. So I'm going to be honest. The first 11 minutes and 30 seconds of the show is pretty rocky. I should have probably practiced this before, but Steve Trang came 2 minutes before the show. So you know how it goes, Sarah. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
That's the beauty of live.
It is a beauty of life. Let's see here. We had, what was it? It was,
You said 3-3.
yeah. So text that number.
Yep.
And then
33777. Everybody. Okay.
right, and then put Vic. I know that will work with this one.
VIC.
Yeah.
Okay. VIC.
That's one
Rick.
we use.
Vic.
I say
And people can do this right now.
It says,
Yeah.
what is your first name for the AI lead manager to call you again?
say Andy man. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And I'm going to put my email in again. Inc.com. Okay. I like that it says expect a number from a 623 number. That's really good. But I assume that if somebody hits a website, it goes in and it's saying something different.
Yeah. There's no texting, right? If it's an email web form, it just goes.
Hello, this is Brent.
Oh, hey, Brent.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Sarah. I'm calling from Objection Proof Selling. You popped up from a form online a little while ago, maybe about selling a property. Like, does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I just filled that out. Holy cow. That was a fast call, Sarah.
Totally fair. It can feel a bit surprising to get a call so quickly. I'm just here to see if it's worth exploring your options. Mind if I ask you a couple quick things about the property?
No, go ahead.
Great. Can you tell me the address of the property you're considering selling?
Yeah, it is 1213 Banana Street.
Got it. 1213 Banana Street. Is that property currently owner occupied or is it vacant or rented?
Yeah, I live there.
Thanks for sharing that. And do you have any kind of timeline in mind for when you might want to sell?
Yeah, I already got a new place. I got a new RV. I'm going to go travel and hang out in the different national parks or whatever. Maybe some reservations.
That sounds exciting.
It is
Traveling in
exciting.
national parks.
Yeah, we're excited.
That sounds really exciting. I can imagine. It sounds like a great adventure ahead. Just out of curiosity, how would you say the overall condition of the house is today?
Overall, it needs a lot. I mean, it's a dated property. It was built in 72. It's got kind of a funky floor plan. I don't know. I think it's a good house, but somebody would probably want to fix it up.
Got it. It sounds like it might need some updates to really shine. How many bedrooms and bathrooms are we talking about?
A 3-bed, 2-bath.
Thanks for that. Have there been any major updates or repairs done to the kitchen or bathrooms in the last 10 years?
No. And the pool's been empty for a while. It needs resurfacing.
I appreciate you sharing that. If someone wanted to get the place completely market ready, in your opinion, what do you think might still need to be done? Yeah,
probably everything. Yeah, I think it just needs a whole new refresh. I didn't want to put money into it. My girlfriend Trixie and I, we were ready to hit the road, so we put our money into the mobile home or the motor home. And so we're just ready to go. We want to load up the dogs, Bella and Bixie. And we named her Bixie after Trixie, but anyway, you don't care. So yeah, we don't have the money to fix it up.
That sounds like a big transition for you and Trixie, and it makes sense that you want to focus on your travels instead of putting money into the house. Just out of curiosity, what's got you considering selling to an investor instead of going the traditional route with a realtor?
I just don't want to waste time. The market's rough. I just see, it takes forever to get it done. We just want to be done and over with and just sell it as is and put it in the hands of somebody that'll fix it up.
I completely understand that. It sounds like you're looking for a smooth and quick process. Just out of curiosity, is there a ballpark number you were hoping to walk away with after the sale?
We've seen, what the number is on Zillow, but I don't know if that's like what it's really worth or if that's what it's worth when it, gets fixed up. So I don't know. Something in, between 250, 275 would be pretty good, I think.
Got it. So you're thinking somewhere between 250 and 275. That makes sense, especially considering the condition. Just to clarify, if we ended up being a fit and made something work, who else would want to be involved in that kind of conversation?
It's just me on title. Yeah, I'm handling this.
Thanks for confirming that, Brent. Just to recap, it sounds like you're looking to sell the property as is. You're ready to move on to your new adventure and you're hoping for a quick process. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Great. It sounds like you've got a lot going on and you just want to see what options are out there. Let's go ahead and schedule a quick call so someone on our team can walk you through the next steps. And
okay.
See if this makes sense for both sides. What time works best for you?
Yeah, I'm available the next hour or so.
Perfect. How about I set it for an hour from now? What's the best phone number for you?
Yeah, that's 1-800 Fun Times with a Z.
Got it. 1-800 Fun Times. Just to confirm, is that the best number to reach you at for the call?
Yeah, absolutely. But if they could just ask for Ramon, that'd be good. That's my name at work.
Thanks for that, Ramon. I'll make sure they ask for you. You're all set for a call in about an hour. Wishing you the best with your travels and the new adventure ahead.
Thanks, Sarah. Sarah, are you a human?
I get that a lot. I've been told I sound robotic, but back to your property. You're all set for that call in about an hour.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I just didn't know if you were like an AI or if you're in an office. It sounds like you're in an office or something. It sounds like you guys are pretty busy back there.
Yeah, technology is advancing scary fast these days, right? But getting back to what matters, you're all set for that call. If you have any other questions before then, feel free.
You're all
ask.
business, Sarah. You are all business. I like that. Trixie's like that too.
I appreciate that.
So is Big C, as a matter of fact. All business. Man, I got all business ladies in my life. I'll tell you that.
Sounds like you have a strong support system around you. It's great to have people like that in your corner. If you need anything else before the call, just let me know.
Thank you. Bye.
Dude,
that was way better. That was incredible. I mean, I would give that like a 87.7. I mean, that was a B+ for sure. I mean, there's obviously some, but the incoming felt a lot better. I mean, there wasn't that weird delay.
In the beginning, yeah, there was some challenges. So definitely something we're gonna look at some more.
Well, you've been working on this particular AI for a lot longer too, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that one of the ones you started with?
That's the one we started with.
Yeah.
Well, the role play bot was the first one, and then this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really good. I mean, I thought it was really good. I mean, it does a lot better than the average lead manager.
Well, and that's kind of the thing that we've seen. Like, we have so many clients that are like using it, they're having success. We did a call yesterday, and like 2 or 3 different ones said like, yeah, we just locked one last week that the AI bot booked for us.
All business, just like Steve. I think you trained her.
Well, even worse, Ian trained her, and so and Ian is just, it's all about like best practices, and that's it. Like, whatever he said, label it, acknowledge it, back to the business hand. And one thing I want to kind of point out, if you notice in both of those, they ask, what are you hoping to walk away with?
Mm-hmm.
Right, which is our core philosophy. When we don't talk about how much we're going to pay you. We're going to talk about how much you're hoping to walk away with, because that's how we get to a lower price. So we put that all in everywhere in our process, including the AI lead manager, and eventually having our AI close.
So when you ask that question, by the way, guys, give your rating in here. I know that maybe the time change is affecting how many people are watching live, but put in your rating. What do you guys think? What do you think of that call with Sarah? Was it A, B, C, or D? Was it give a percentage if you want? I thought it was way better than the first two that we had. So that's really, yeah. 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 She is.
Sarah, just wearing different hats.
But it's interesting to know. I mean, if you put, will you share my screen here? This is really important because the AI bot's going for the 4 pillars of pre-qualifying, right? Which is property condition, timeline, motivation, and price. And whenever I'm doing a call review with any students or anybody from the audience that wants to send me one of their calls, Brent at Wholesaling Inc., I'll listen for how many of those did they get? How many of those 4? Because if you give your acquisition managers those 4 things, they know if they're wasting their time. They know how to do more deep discovery so that they know, okay, this is somebody that should list with an agent. This is somebody that does want to cash as is offered. This is somebody that maybe a novation works for. This is somebody that maybe you could do a seller financing or something creative with them, right? And so it's you need the information, you need the discovery to know, are you just wasting your time?
Well, on top of that, because now what we have set up is after the call is done and the appointment is booked or a live transfer, we have that one as well. Once that's set up, you get an email notification and a push notification, Slack or wherever, to the summary of the conversation.
Yep.
Right. But
you can remove that.
And now we also have it where you also get a profile assessment, or like, here's how to sell this person. So based off the conversation, we've now included their psychographics on like, what is their, are they a person that's, moving away from something, they're running to something, right? Like, we're building out more and more psychographics data so that when you have that first touch, you already know how to have a conversation with this person. Because imagine if you knew before the appointment if this person is a driver or they're amiable, right? Like, if you knew this beforehand, it would make a difference in how you start the conversation.
Right.
So we're now including that as part of our AI appointment setting.
Got it. Will you put that mic closer to you?
And that's huge right there. I mean, as far as understanding, because we do have the script, we have the conversations, the flows, the structure, and everything. But I think one of the strongest soft skills is being able to understand, okay, what type of approach is needed with this person, right? We talk about that all the time. So huge.
Well, and listen, having a human do these calls that's very experienced is going to be better at this point. It is going to be better
at this point, right now in time. Yes, absolutely. A human will beat it one-on-one.
Right.
But not in a 7-game series.
But the problem, and I'm telling you this, we work with a lot of people with their PPC and Google ads and YouTube and all that. The amount of people that don't get back in 30 seconds is shocking. Yeah. It is shocking. And if you get back in 30 seconds, you have a 90% contact rate. If it's over 5 minutes, it goes down to like 70%. If it's beyond that, it's like 50%, 30%. It starts dropping off dramatically.
Yeah.
So if you have a conversation, maybe it's not as good, but it's guaranteed pretty much. I mean, it's 9 out of 10. You're going to have more success with that.
Well,
even if it's not as good, talking to somebody is better than not talking to somebody.
If you look at the stats, right? Like 70% of people go with the first person they talk to.
Right.
Right. The first person. So like, it might be multiple offer situations, but in the end, the first person they talk to usually gets the deal. Right. As long as you don't screw it up. And that's really here. Like that's what we have right here.
Well, walk us through this, because you were doing sales training for a long time. Ian kind of took the mantle from you on that. You've been focusing on the AI. What is the philosophy here? Is this like a Sandler method that you put into AI to build the ultimate sales engine?
Well, so there's not a lot of Sandler in the appointment setting, but there's a lot of sales philosophies, right? I mean, like, you look at every single book, so you talk about Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike seminar, Never Split the Difference, Gap Selling, Go for No, Spin Selling, like all these different books, right? Like all these core philosophies, they all have, if you read the books, they're a little bit different, but at the end, they all have the same cores, and that's what we programmed it. Right? It's not about this system's better than that system's. What are the core principles for, you talk about NLP as well. What are the core methodology to how to get someone to come along with you and have it be their idea to sell their house to you? That's what we programmed in here. So there's no Sandler, not in this part, but once we roll out our AI closing next year, I'll have a lot of that.
Well, the inbound, when these leads are calling in, it's just information gathering.
More or less.
There's got it, but listen, there's people that are good at that, like real humans that are really good at it. Chad on my team is unbelievable. His tone, his pacing, the way that he asks questions, he says sir and ma'am and all this other things, right?
Yeah.
And he's able to make people feel more comfortable, like really explaining what's going on. Like what is there, the ultimate, the number one thing that we're trying to figure out is what is their goal with this property?
Yes.
Right. And they don't want to tell us necessarily right off the bat because they're like playing the game.
Oh, they keep their cards close to their chest.
They're doing a little bit of poker. They want to make sure that they don't get taken advantage of.
Sure.
Most sales situations, or most people don't sell anything in their life. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Most people aren't doing yard sales. Most people aren't doing, selling stuff on Craigslist or Facebook or eBay or that type of thing. So getting into that situation is very uncomfortable. One. And two, they're like, oh, every time I've been in that situation, people are trying to really negotiate me down. And I don't want to be in a position where I screw up or leave money on the table or I work with the wrong person. Right.
Right.
And so making those people feel comfortable early on is critical. Yeah. I mean, absolutely critical. That's what it was killing us on our PPC and our mail because we were sending it to these call centers, right? That do the live calls, but it's just there's no heart to it. There's no.
It's an hourly employee who's probably like going out drinking after.
Yeah, so we had to change everything. We had to change everything to listen. Everybody gets these leads. Somebody jumps on these within 30 seconds. So literally 5-6 people deep on my team get the same lead at the same time. And somebody calls it and goes.
Yeah. Whoever gets it first.
Yeah. And so with that, there's got to be some science. There's got to be some,
we put the science in there.
Built into that initial call to make people feel comfortable.
Well, if you notice, there's a couple different things. Everything you said, she acknowledged before she asked the next question, before she said her next thing, right? So it's constant. Yeah, every single time.
Confirm.
So that's the first thing.
Somebody said it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you didn't really push back a lot, but if you push back, she will step up and overcome that. And because her job is to overcome objections, right? To get you back to an appointment. So we have that built in as well. So we have an objection handling framework, a systems to deal with that. Now, that being said, it can't beat, you said Chad on your team.
Right.
It just can't compete against Chad one-on-one. But what it can do, if you're spending a good amount of money on marketing and you got 3 leads that come in back to back to back, it'll call all 3 leads. Right. It'll call all 3 leads and have 3 different conversations at the same time. It won't wait until this conversation's done and then call the next person.
Right.
And call the next person. Right. So then again, speed the lead. You're not subject to the number of people in your office. It can call all of them. So that's the other component as well.
Well, I also think, and there was a point, I watched an interview with you and Nick Perry.
Yes.
Which I thought was phenomenal. Everybody should watch it. Everybody should subscribe to your podcast. Yeah. Is it just Disruptors?
Disruptors.
Now? All right. Yeah. And your YouTube, because you interview the most incredible people around the country, Raphael and I included.
Absolutely.
Highlights.
Yeah, highlights. That's it. But he was saying that he's spending more getting lower quality leads through Google searches, because you can open up the aperture on the search terms with Google, and it'll give you lower quality, but it goes straight to the AI. The AI filters it, and then the ones there's still some that squeak through. They're still good leads, but they're clicking on lower quality, what we would consider lower quality search terms.
Right. Well, because if you think about it, you want to have this trade-off between like quality versus cost, right? Like if you're just really laser focused and you only have one acquisition rep, you can just bid on like the best keywords. Like, if they search this, like it's a done deal, right? But if you have more people, you want to have more leads. And with AI, what you can do, again, what you were saying is you can spread out even further, because the biggest reason why we can't go after lower quality leads is because we don't have the bandwidth to call all those leads. With AI, it'll call all those leads. So we're seeing right now, there was someone I was talking to, they're at a $400 cost per contract right now in Google PPC, because they're just going after the lowest hanging fruit. Because right now you can't cold call with AI. You can't, right? But what you can do, they're trying. There's
funnels for it.
I know.
Be careful, guys. That is going to come back.
Be absolutely careful.
It's literally robo dialing. They've had that in the law forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't do that, right? But if you can have advertising where everyone in the country is raising their hands,
Right.
and have AI calling all of them,
Right.
see who wants a cash offer, well, then you're in a good spot. And so
Right.
that's what we're seeing. Like our clients are now lowering the quality of the leads,
Right.
just so they can hit
Funnel
more
gets
people.
bigger.
Yeah.
But the AI is the one that filters it out.
AI is doing the work that no one else wants to do.
So Z-Tone 1776 is coming at you.
Yeah, I love Z-Tone.
Oh,
Go
you
for
do?
it. Go for
Okay.
it.
So one, teams that stay human, humans long term will win. Humans will reject AI is one thought there.
That is an admirable position. You mean jump on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the data just doesn't support that. I mean, that's the reality, right? Like I agree that there are people that don't want to talk to AI, but there are more people that want to talk to AI than people that don't, right? So if you think about it, like what are things that drive us crazy is people that don't care. We're talking about like the call centers, right? Like the $7.25 an hour in Georgia, like, hey, I'm saving some money over here, or Arkansas, right? It's a lower cost, but they don't give a crap about your leads, right? So you get that issue. And then you got the other thing too, is if you have the Philippines, South America, that works too. South American probably a little better than the Philippines, but you still have this disconnect, right? But then you have availability. But here's where the biggest thing that people aren't looking at. You can stay human, purely human. You can do that, and you can run a profitable business, perhaps, right? But you will be competing against people that have no human overhead capital.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at what's your second largest expense in a wholesaling company, your largest expense is marketing, your second largest is overhead.
Yeah.
You're going to compete against people that don't have salaries, that don't have wages, right? So let's just say a VA is $400 a week. You get 3 VAs, right? That's $4,800. That's $5K a month that someone, again, our clients are letting their lead managers go now, can take that and put it directly into marketing. And that just creates a distance over time. So will a all human team win? Yeah, right? But only a handful of them. Only a handful, right? So if we do that in this market, I don't know, this is a crazy market, maybe 20, 30, 40 wholesalers here. I think this time next year, maybe there's 20. Year after that, 2, right? Because you're not going to be able to compete against someone who doesn't have overhead costs.
This reminds me of the, when everything switched, right? We were able to just side hustle wholesaling and then do a bunch of deals that way and work through the ins and outs with us, treating it as a side hustle. And we lean into this hard, a few years back, but it's like, you got to build the systems, you got to build the processes, you have to step up, right? I feel like this is another step up in that leveling up game that we have to go through as a vertical in the industry. Right, as a wholesaling vertical, because now we have regulation that's kicking in. We have a lot more people that have their systems and processes dialed in, right? Like, what's the next thing? What's going to be the next edge in that? Right?
Absolutely.
First, we got comfortable with the KPIs, and then we got comfortable with CRMs, and now I think AI is just kind of like the natural, course of the next step to come up.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is how you're going to compete against someone that has, again, 24/7 uptime, works on holidays, works on weekends, is consistent, right?
Yeah.
I think that is the beast you're competing against, right? Also, will call through your CRM, right? How many leads, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions in your CRM, because you guys have been doing this for a long time. How many hundreds of thousands or millions are sitting in your CRM? Because your people are chasing the newer leads. They're not calling the older leads.
Right.
We've got AI calling through your system. They're going to be revitalizing some of the leads that you marked as dead, right?
Well, Steve, I have 2 VAs that I've spent. They probably cost $20,000 a year each. That calls through the old leads.
Yeah.
You could get rid of $40,000 right there. What is the cost? Are you comfortable talking about the cost of this?
Yeah.
And what that looks like?
We're live right now. So I think we have our price today is $1,500 a month today. But the plan is December 1st. We're going to be having a different plan. And that plan will be basically $997 a month plus just usage, right? $2, $997.
Okay.
Plus $2 for every conversation, right? If AI talks to someone for more than 30 seconds, has a quality conversation, it's $2, right? So we're just really trying to democratize this where everyone can use it, right? So once we get to that point, the cost is going to be stupid low compared to like the revenue you pull in from it.
Yeah, got it. And another one here is why are we trying to get robots to take human jobs.
So this is, I have a very dark dystopian future and outlook, right? Like I do not have a very positive.
I know you do.
I do not have a very positive outlook for reality.
You think we're the Hunger Games?
Yeah, right. I want to live in District 1. That's the goal. I want to live in District 1. But like, the question is whether Steve is going to take jobs from humans. The question is whether that's going to happen. And I think that's going to happen no matter who's behind it.
Well, listen, there used to be a lot of people delivering mail all over the place, and then email started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not like, oh, why would I send an email? I'm going to send mail with this company and these people. We got to do that. That's human jobs, right? I mean, there's a ton of things. I mean, what are the people that horseshoe horses? What are they called? Do we know? Can somebody look that up? There used to be like a tremendous amount of horseshoers.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. You
right?
got a little more horses. Yeah.
Until the cars came around.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's mechanics. So, I think that it just moves and flows, but it's inevitable.
Yeah. So the reality is it's going to happen. So the question is, do we want to participate in it?
Somebody in the chat, let me know what a horseshoer's name is. It's something cool. It's a cool name.
I don't think AI is going to end up taking people's job. I think the people that are good at AI are going to end up taking people's jobs. Yeah. There is going to be a lot of the tasks. Farrier.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Cool,
of course. Makes perfect sense. But I mean, we've seen that before, and I think it does, like you say, just open up to different industries and opportunities. That's what it does. And you do have the reliability. I mean, I'm telling you, I've had businesses with 40 plus employees, and 90% of my headaches as a business owner came from just people headaches, people drama, people not showing up, people doing this. The reliability, again, we can talk about hiring and best practices and onboarding and all we want, but at the end of the day, there's longevity. People change purpose, people change ideas, people evolve, people devolve, and we get hit with that as the business owners. When you have something, especially in this particular vertical, which has a lot of volatility, meaning that you have hard times, good times, and we just have to bob and weave as we're going through the entire thing. I think creating some type of stability on it, is a great, model for anybody who's wholesaling out there.
Absolutely. And look, going back to even the people that we want to serve, right? They get married, they have kids, they go through divorce, right? Like their life circumstances change, and they're no longer makes sense to work with us.
Yeah.
And it becomes a headache for us. Now we got to go hire someone else. We're just adding another layer of stability within our organization that does not induce stress, that I don't have to worry like, hey, it is 9:00. Where the hell is Brent right now?
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about any of that stuff anymore. You just focus on the things you like doing versus worrying about what the other people in your organization are doing.
Switching gears a bit, I have a question regarding just compliance and nuts and bolts. What do you have them do whenever, for example, a lead comes in after hours? What happens then? Do they still engage in a conversation, or do you just kind of plant the seed for the next?
Follow the laws.
So mostly. So I actually became more familiar with this.
Steve's a badass.
So I became more familiar with what the law.
He's got an AI attorney.
I do. Grok attorney at law. So if you look at, there's TCPA compliance, but there's actually more compliance laws out. There's multiple agencies. I didn't know this until we went down this road.
Sure.
And so it's 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. where they are at. So we're in Phoenix, right? Their home is in New York, right?
Right.
But they live in LA. It's where they live, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Sure.
Not where the property is, not where our business is. It's where their phone is. So there's that issue, right? But the other thing too is we have it. So the default state, anyone that signs up for our program, it's 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. That is the default mode. When you sign on, that's what it is. If you want to change it, we give you the authority. You just have to check this box that says you release Steve of any liability and claims, or agree to absolve, or whatever that legal definition is, indemnify, right? But it's 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. 5 days a week is the rule. But if someone says, like, because I know for myself as a business owner, I'd be comfortable from 5 a.m. to midnight, right? If you fill out a form at 11:30, I want my team to call you at 11:30. If you fill out a form at 5:30 in the morning, I want my team to call you at 5:30 in the morning. So we give them the option to change it. It's just like you acknowledge the risk that you're taking in doing it.
Yeah, you're so right. We have Jackie, my lead manager, has like a 15-slide PowerPoint every week that we go through with all of our stats. And one of the slides is calls answered live, right? Because I want to know the percentage. And we sit about 95, 97%. And the only ones that we miss it's like, oh, I had a soccer game, or oh, it was, you know, I was already on a call or something like that, and this person was out of town. It's always like these weird circumstances, but it always happens, right?
Yes.
I mean, it just does. And usually, you know, we can call them back and get a hold of them, and it's not a big deal. But answering it live, 100%.
100% answer rate will make you more money.
Well, and just the not having to rely on human schedules.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. And so, yeah, that's amazing. So, but you're building more than that. You're building more than just this thing. You got this. Will you put that up, Luke? You bought this NVIDIA thing, right?
Yeah.
And you have your little brother, your older little brother, who's a software engineer.
Yeah.
And he's getting into this little NVIDIA box.
Yeah.
And he's going to build a world.
Yeah. We're going to build our own large language model. Yeah. Because the challenge right now is, again, we're building everything on top of ChatGPT, right? Let's say ChatGPT goes away, right? Because like right now, it even looks kind of scary. They might not even be here next year. Let's say, you know, they go away with then we have to build on top of Claude, right? Or they build on top of Grok. We're going to build our own large language model. And the other thing too is you don't know this until you kind of get into this world, but like AI as an entity is the most knowledgeable entity, right? Like Elon Musk put this out a few weeks ago. AI has literally crawled the entire internet, right? You know, we say the joke like, hey, you know, like I finished surfing the internet. AI has legitimately crawled the entire internet.
Right. There's
no more, except for new pages that are made, there's no more information to be gathered. And so AI is the most knowledgeable entity of all time. It's also dumb as can be, right? And so it has a short-term memory. Like if you ever watched the movie Memento, right, where the guy's trying to solve a murder mystery with like a 10-minute memory, that's AI. It can remember 15 minutes of conversation. So at minute 16, it's already forgetting what started the conversation, right? And so we work within that limitation, how much we can program our AI bots because we're building on top of ChatGPT. Once we can build our own large language model, we don't have to worry about the memory. All the knowledge base is actually in the hard drive. You know, I'm using analogies here, where now we can close. We're going to build our own closer. That's the intention. The stated external goal is June of next year to build a closer who can buy a house over the phone. Internally, I've told the team like March of next year, I want to be able to take a lead or PPC lead to buying the house over the phone.
Yeah, but I mean, I've talked to a couple of people about this because you told me about that.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you imagine the lawsuits of grandma selling her house to a robot?
No, I can't imagine it.
You know what? I mean, obviously everything will be recorded.
Yeah, of course.
But can a bot negotiate?
Absolutely. Our bots will, because we're putting our sales brain in it. Yeah.
Is it not representing you?
It is.
So what if in a state to represent somebody to make an offer, you need a license?
I mean, if it's buying.
That's what our commissioner says now.
There's Arizona Department.
Our commissioner came out a couple months ago and said, hey, listen, if you have acquisition managers, they have to be licensed.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know if there's nuance there.
If
there's a W-2 versus a 1099 or something like that. But she's literally like, if you have an acquisition manager, they have to be licensed. And I would assume that's probably how most of the real estate commissioners.
I would look at this. I mean, we'll see, right, when we get into courts. But like, I would just treat this like a web form, right? It's like, hey, like they filled out this web form by talking to our AI bot, right? They checked all these boxes and they hit submit for a contract.
Chad, what do you think? What do you think about a AI negotiating, sending the offer, DocuSign, getting it closed, and then I would assume do dispo as well?
Yes. So that's something I was really reluctant to do, but I was talking to Robert Wensley. It's like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to like cold call like Raphael. Right? You got cold call and other this and that. He's like, no, everyone in Investor Lift is actually opted in. It's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Well, then if they're an Investor Lift, I know they've opted in, we can use it. If they're not an Investor Lift, then I don't know for sure they're opted in. We're not calling them.
So you would have AI then get the deal to dispo, blast it out to everybody through either a call or
it'd probably be a text first and then call. Yeah. But yeah, we do both. Yeah.
What's the cost of that? I mean, doesn't it cost a bunch to send out a bunch of messages and you have to season numbers and do some of this stuff, you know?
Yeah, there's a cost, but
there's a process to it. I mean, it's not terribly. I'm doing right now with our CRM, that we have going on, and I mean, there is a fee, so you pay per as you go. But I mean, it depends. For example, we'll pull a property in a certain area, then have the buyers in that area. If they're opted in, I mean, that's a huge, advantage to it. because now you don't have to worry about, any of the, non-opt-in,
Sure.
legalities on it. But yeah, you season it, but you don't season it for too long. And basically what you have good system. You can start dripping messages into it. So kind of set it, forget it, let it work, its way
So
through.
do you have to combine with like a go high level type platform to be able to do these things?
No. So it's funny how this works, right?
I am excited in like 24 months to have you back here. You probably will just be a hologram,
Hopefully.
like Emperor Palpatine. And you'll be sitting there and you'll be all cloaked and everybody else will be destroyed out of the industry because your bots are taking over.
Acceptable.
But I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah. I appreciate that. And then as far as the CRM goes, we are CRM agnostic. We are Switzerland. We will work with every CRM. That being said, not every CRM will work with us.
Right.
And because not every CRM will work with us, we've actually built out our own little pseudo CRM to overcome that objection, right? Because there are some CRMs where you can't have AI call all your leads. And because of that, it's like, well, that's dumb. Can you export? Like, yeah. So, okay, just export it, upload in our system. Our AI will just call it in our system. So we created our own mini CRM as an AI CRM, right? Like you don't put your notes in there, but our AI will go in there and do all that work for you. And then you can see inside our portal versus your CRM that, sucks.
We got to talk. My CRM will talk to you, your setup.
Yeah.
They're asking what CRM are you currently using?
Yeah, the REI Pulse CRM, we're rolling it out. You can actually go there and check it out right now. The REI Pulse CRM /TTP.
Guys, what's your thoughts? Give me your thoughts on having a AI run your whole company from acquisition to disposition. Then at that point, it comes down to who's the best marketer.
Yeah.
Who has the best marketing budget?
Well, yeah.
Right. Which comes down to not having overhead. Like I think there's going to be a world where not end of next year, but maybe end of 27.
I mean,
it's going to be 5 conglomerates.
If you fast forward it, man, I mean, I think you're pivoting, right? The budget that you have for the overhead and the expenses and all that stuff into, you got to allocate for AI and services, but you take that budget, roll it into ad spend, and now you're able to capture it all.
You just increase the gap from everyone else. Yeah,
that is wild.
Chris, right now it is available. It is at what do they text?
TTP 33777.
33777. You text it in TTP, and what happens then?
You'll talk to our AI, and then you'll see when you want to talk to someone on our team,
and then you'll schedule an appointment and get set up.
I mean, you'll literally. This is as meta as it gets. You will literally experience AI booking the appointment for you to talk to someone on our team,
and $1,500 a month.
Yep.
Is that unlimited? Unlimited agents?
Right now, it's unlimited. That's why we're changing the pricing model. So right now, anyone signs up right now before the end of the month, they'll get that $1,500 and it'll be good for
end of November.
End of November.
December 1st, you're going to a different model where
we're going to a usage model.
More cheddar per
well, it depends.
Account.
It depends, right? So if someone doesn't have as much marketing,
right,
then it's not as much. But if someone's like crushing it, right? Like we picked up a client who's got 60,000 people in their CRM, and our AI is calling all of them. Was like, well, shit, I'm losing money every month now.
Sure.
Right? To call through 60,000 people there's a cost. There's a real hard cost behind all of this.
Server cost? Because why isn't AI like $99 a month? Why Huh?
Yeah.
Tokens?
Yeah, because I got to pay ChatGPT. I got to pay 11 Labs. I got to pay Twilio, right? Like there's hard costs in running all of this, and in paying the phone service provider who's put all this together. So there's hard costs to running this. I thought it would be cheaper than a VA.
Yeah. Why not, Steve? Why not just raise millions of dollars and be one of the conglomerates? Why sell this to anybody? Why let me get on a subscription basis? I mean, I understand the recurring revenue model. I understand all that, but why not just bring this to people that have millions, 20 million, 30 million, 50 million bucks, and just go bananas with marketing, get all this stuff and just.
So I've thought about that.
Right.
Not to say I haven't thought about it, but building out AI is way more interesting to me than being the biggest wholesaler in the country.
Got it.
There's I've wholesaled for a long time. I stopped, for those that don't know. I stopped doing it because it just wasn't interesting. Like we did it because we could. I did a live with Steven Morales last Friday. Bought a house, right, on his YouTube live, right? Like I can do it, but it doesn't excite me. Like I know it excites you. I know you're excited. You're thinking about it. I'm not excited to buy people's houses, right? Like for me, I've always said I love everything about real estate except for the houses and the people. right?
Mhm.
AI, there's no houses or people. Like
Yeah.
it just does what you tell it to do, and that you can build that at scale.
Let me ask this. So, Genjalfta Green Fo
I
20.
love his eyebrows.
He's trying.
Green Fo 20. I can barely read it as it is. And they throw this stuff. I didn't
really
hear
trying.
any cons of having AI. I mean, I understand humans aren't perfect, but that's where we started and earned lots. But is it a prerequisite to get an AI moving forward?
I think if you're not using AI by the beginning of next year, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. I think that's just the reality of the nature, right? And it's I can't say I wish this were the case, but this is just what we're seeing. The inefficiencies that we have in our system today, like if you look at real estate, even in all, right? Like it is the most archaic business of everything we do.
Yeah.
Real estate's the most archaic. We've got some old lady at a title company
Mm-hmm.
who is scanning through freaking microfilm,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like there's a lot of inefficiencies in the business. And
Don't
if you
talk
look
about Olga that way.
and every
Yeah,
deal,
but if it was easy, Steve, they couldn't justify what they charge us.
right, which is
They
great,
have to keep it on microfilm to keep their costs up.
which I didn't mind when I owned a title company, but now it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
right?
I remember talking to the title company. And I was like, wait a second. So you guys make money ensuring that you guys did your job right? That's what title insurance is? Like, aren't you supposed to clear title to give me and then you put insurance to make sure that you did it right? And they're like, well, we don't know if anything might pop up afterwards. So your job is to make sure that
That's the
nothing pops
point.
up.
Yeah.
Well, it might be on microfiche
Yeah.
down at some
Well,
in
it's actually even worse
some
than that.
basement in the
It's
downtown or something.
It's actually even worse than that because I own a title company. I know how it works.
Yeah,
Not only are you paying me insurance, I'm taking 10% of what you pay me, and I'm paying some other insurance company.
I know.
So I'm wholesaling title insurance.
You're white
Yeah.
labeling it.
Yeah, white labeling title insurance.
I know.
It's fantastic.
And it all goes to like Fidelity or
Or our
First
pockets.
American or
It's
something.
fine. We tell this guy to just calm down.
Well, you're the one
No,
who brought
I'm
up
liking
the
this.
inefficiencies
I'm
in this business.
yeah.
Damn it. All right. Anyway, but going back to the cons, the cons of AI. I mean, there will be some people, right? A percentage population would rather talk to a human. That will always be true. There'll be a percentage population. I don't know if it's 20%, if it's 40%. It's not more than 50%. I know that the data supports it's not more than 50%. But there's a percentage population that just wants to deal with a human. And the other thing too, I think AI, we're going to build this conglomerate. There's going to be a handful of conglomerates, but where AI cannot compete, not next year, not in 27, probably not in 28. Face to face, belly to belly.
Sure.
You can't compete. How can you compete, right? So the ones that are going to win are the ones that are still running appointments in the living room, face to face, right? Those, you cannot compete with that. So, but if you're doing virtual, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of companies that are doing virtual.
I know.
I think any market that's under
It's my entire business model
350,000
right there.
for the median
Sorry.
sale price can do and should do virtual.
Yeah.
I think once you get above 350, in my experience, 350,000 a median sale price, if you're not going on the appointments, it's going to take a lot of offers to get a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just more. I mean, people that have those more expensive properties know it's worth more. This is their whole nest egg on some levels.
Here's what I think about, for example, like, the comment on people rather, talk to a human. I think it goes back to the same thing that we talk about all the time, which is convenience.
Mhm.
If you have a knucklehead on the other side of the phone, you're going to get frustrated really, really quick. We've all been there, right? We've been, with somebody who's a boiler room, closer as well. And it's like they're pushing, it's frustrating. Emotions get in there. So I feel like it goes back to the convenience of having a conversation that gets you to the point that you want to get to as a home seller or as a home buyer or as a, whatever the point of the AI is. But it goes back to that. If you have a convenient experience, I really don't think that people are going to mind, having a conversation with something that gets them results right away.
Yeah. People care more about what you can do for them.
Yeah, they're always
than
going
the
to care more
mechanism.
about them. And that's what the experience of the phone call is, right? The experience of the phone call is not about, creating a friendship with the salesperson. It's like, fix my problem, fix my shit right now.
This is going to shock you, Brent, but I didn't make friends with my clients. All right. I was there to solve a problem. That's why they sold their house to me. It's not because they liked me.
Yeah.
When you were wholesaling.
Yeah. When I was buying houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So-
do you mean you weren't making friends?
AI is not there to make friends with you. AI is to understand, make you feel heard. Like there was a podcast that Chris Voss did with Andrew Huberman, right? Never Split the Difference. And then you got, some brain science guy, right? And Chris Voss gave the best or the most interesting definition of empathy. Have you heard this? So empathy, we kind of think like, can you see things from their perspective, right? Like, do you get me and so on. Chris Voss's definition of empathy was the transmission of information. Like how like cold and scientific is that, right? It's basically, can you repeat back to me everything I said? AI will do a better job of that than humans in the long run, right? And so what sells is empathy. AI can demonstrate empathy better than human consistently. I did a call, again, going back to that call on Friday. We did a call review yesterday, just going through the call again. I had no idea how much she was crying on the phone while I was talking to her, right? Because when I'm talking to her, I'm kind of in my head. I'm thinking about what she's saying, like what the next steps are. How am I going to overcome this objection, this and that? Listen to the call. I heard every sniffle. Right? AI will catch all of that. Every background noise, every, the differences, right? That you're going to miss because you're in your own head trying to figure out this, or you're thinking like, well, I still got to pick up my daughter after this appointment. Right?
Yeah.
Things that we have to seriously consider. So,
well, and I think the adoption of speaking with an AI is going to be a lot faster when these huge companies are doing it, right? You call customer service for anywhere. It's this weird, it's already kind of AI, but it has like no personality. It's like, and it's like, press 1 to do this, press 2 to do this, talk to somebody, I think that people are going to get more used to speaking with AI when it comes to these bigger companies, because they're going to cut their costs like crazy, right?
They're doing
it
already.
It's going to be adopted by a lot more people. Now, there's still going to be the people that want to speak with a human, but I think with yours, if they're like, let me speak with a human, they can live connect,
transfer.
right?
Not yet. We're going to roll that out. So soon.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Will you go get either Hunter? Will you get Jesse or Nate? I want to ask him a question about nationwide PPC leads with AI taking them, because I assume you have some big clients. Well, I assume you have some big PPL clients. Are you working with these PPL guys? Like, why wouldn't the PPL guys send every one of their leads to you first to pre-qualify and then put on their platform?
We're working on that. Especially work all their older leads. But the PPC, like we have Nick Perry, he did like awesome case study we were talking about earlier. They locked their 22 contracts. Right. Over 2 months from appointments AI booked. And then the best number I think for people that's interesting at least is they booked 16 appointments on Labor Day. They booked 16 appointments on Labor Day. Like how much would it cost us to have an American working on Labor Day? Right. Those are the things that are kind of hard to compete against.
Well, they won't. Well, and listen, Steve, I mean, this even goes hard with realtors and those leads and Zillow leads and all the other stuff that's going on, right?
Yeah. Like I've heard this crazy stat that realtors don't answer their phones. Have you heard this? Have you heard this?
Yes.
They don't.
Right. So what if we had this solution for realtors? But they don't want to pay for things. Realtors are cheap.
Well, until the top ones filter all the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I like the idea of spending a ton of money for good inbound leads, opening up the search terms, and then having AI qualify them and then drop it into my acquisition manager's lap.
Right.
Yeah.
And then let them take it all the way through. And you're saying, well, in March, wink, June, more likely, you won't even need acquisition managers.
For virtual. Yeah.
For virtual. But I mean, would you need acquisition? Okay, because they're making the offers over the phone.
Yeah.
But if you're local,
like you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The belly to belly transaction is always going to have its edge. I mean, I think that's
I would say right now, as you're watching this, if you're virtual, not belly to belly, I would seriously consider maybe evaluating, if nothing else, evaluating your model today.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's one of the, I specifically coach virtual wholesaling. So it's one of the things that I keep telling the students. It's, it's, you have to level up. You have to do things differently when you're going broad, right? I mean, it's exactly what we're doing in that sense.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse, come here.
What's up?
Jesse, welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome to the
Jesse
show.
Champlain, Google master of the world. Here we go. Here. No, take Raph's. Can he sit there for a second, Raph? Do you mind?
Oh, good. Finally, I can breathe.
I'm booting Raph out of his
I don't know, dude.
So Steve's talking about he's building out for virtual wholesalers. The lead comes in.
Yep.
AI calls them.
Yep.
Pre-qualifies.
Cool.
Sends it to an AI closer.
Cool.
And
Dang.
it closes virtually.
Yeah.
Sends them the contract, the offer, all those things.
Yeah.
What Steve's seeing with a lot of the virtual wholesalers is they're opening up the aperture on search terms.
Yeah.
To the ones that we know grab a lot of people. They're cheap.
Yep.
Give me some cheap search terms in Google.
Cash for house is a really cheap one.
What about how much is my house worth?
How much is my? Yes, exactly. Correct.
How about free appraisal on my house?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what do those cost?
Pennies on the dollar comparatively to companies that buys houses for cash near me.
So do you think with AI, and don't play to Steve. I know he's sitting there and he's like, you know,
yeah, give me a little
he's doing his Emperor Palpatine. Do you think that with the same budget, you're going to get more? You can get more leads that'll filter. AI can filter down and get more to the bottom line.
Absolutely. I would believe so. Because like, what if someone types in that exact, what's my house worth? And then they go and they're like, okay, well, crap, my house is worth X if I fix it up, yada, 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 all this stuff. I don't have money to fix it up. So I might need to sell it for cash. Right. And so I think if you can squeeze 1-2 deals just off that strategy, I think it'd be worth it. A month. I think it'd be worth it. Because then it opens not just the aperture of search terms, but the aperture of deals closed, closable deals. And it's not, you're not doing the work. You're not getting the headache of, oh my God, I'm getting another lead that just wants to know their value of their house. The AI is handling that for you.
Because the bottleneck in our business is, yeah, I can get you more leads and they can be cheaper, Brent, but you're going to have more leads per deal.
Yep. Exactly.
And our whole goal is less leads per deal.
Exactly.
But it costs us more because we've defined the right search terms to be able to get those. And those are typically more expensive.
Exactly. Correct.
And talk about optimizing an account real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So optimizing is, it's a moving target. I think optimizing it's looked way different last year than it does this year. Right. And so when I optimize an account, it's looking at the search terms first is where we start. Look at the search terms. Are the search terms looking good? Does it make sense to pop up for X, Y, and Z? Yes. Okay. What's generating that search term? What keyword is it? How much is that keyword costing on average? Is it like, for example, I was optimizing an account today and it was like $1,500 was spent on, I think it was cash for houses. And I'm like, let's pause that one. Let's give more budget to companies buys houses, cash home buyer, things like that. And let's let the algorithm allow itself to spend. Because typically what happens is if you don't optimize an account, Google's going to find one keyword and it's going to spend all the money there and then nothing's going to happen. That's why it's so important to optimize. Because if you don't, like, good luck. You're going to get the same leads. I mean, Raph, we've talked about this in depth.
Why doesn't AI optimize?
Because AI is, I mean, Google's number one goal, believe it or not, people laugh when I say this, is to get you the cheapest lead possible. And the way they're going to do that is find the low-hanging fruits in a horrible keyword. And they're going to get you leads for $100 in Phoenix, but they're not going to be worth anything because you can't actually close them. Because let's just say it's appraisal, right? You're going to have to go through 100 of those to close a deal, whereas we're at 1 in 15, 1 in 20, whatever it may be.
Got it. But can you go, let's say with Steve's bot now, can you go with a 5K budget nationwide, open up to all sorts of different terms? I mean, what do you think the cost per lead would be at that point? Well,
I just launched a nationwide guy and I launched him on Monday. He's gotten 2 contracts already. Okay. His cost per lead is $83. $83. He spent 900. It was Tal. It was, they spent what? Gosh, 900 something bucks for 2 deals. One's going to be like a 7K deal. The other one's going to be probably, hopefully, like 15. And I'm like, this is bananas. Why isn't everyone doing nationwide?
Yeah, but if you could open it up and have the bots do the heavy lifting, what do you think the cost per lead would be then?
50s.
Yeah.
realistically.
Well, how does that affect us? Because I think that PPL is just going to throw a ton of money at all the search terms,
Of
have
course.
Steve's bots
Yeah.
do all the heavy lifting, and then put it down to, you know what I mean? Is PPC? I mean, is agency work going to die because PPL is just going to take over?
I don't think so, because people still want intent.
Yeah.
They still want value. If they're spending $5,000 a month, that's for a lot of people, that's a grip of change.
Mm-hmm.
And so they still want the value. They still want the optimization. They still want to own their data, right? And I think that's really important when you're building cornerstones in businesses across the nation, and they're doing nationwide. You have to be able to, hey, this is why we made this change. This is why we made this change. This is why we're going to have success in whatever it may be, the next 30 days or whatever.
Do you like what Steve's doing here?
I do. I think, I mean, it's an evolution. I got you. I really do. I'm an AI guy. You've known this since day one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we can get people more leads for cheaper, and then have an AI bot pre-qual them and then set up a closer call, guys, here we go. It kind of makes sense in my opinion.
Well, when you're doing your optimization meetings,
Yeah.
or you're doing the client meetings that we do every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
how often is the problem that they're not getting to their leads fast enough?
It's a big problem, because it's like, guys, the lead is dead after a minute of it sitting there. Honestly, it's dead, because someone else is going to go to it. Because PPC in general, I don't care if it's coming from PPL, your agency, whatever funnel, Facebook, Google, etc. If that lead sits for a minute, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so put some things in place that allow you to get to that lead instantly, so that you can have the best chance with the ball.
That's what Steve's doing.
Yeah.
That's the mission.
What are the best leads that you're seeing go to the AI?
And PPC, like is still the highest intent, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's still, like, again, talking about the guy that was doing $400 a contract. So like you were saying, $450, $400 contract, it's still PPC.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because people are searching for them.
Yeah, their intent, right? But at the same time, like, we're encouraging people, go on Facebook, get the cheapest leads on Facebook,
Yeah.
right? Like the ones where, like, they just hit submit and they put their phone number in, like they don't manually put in, like, is already pre-filled. Like, those are the lowest quality leads.
Yeah.
They're the cheapest leads. They don't even remember filling out that form, right? Get a bunch of those people where they've legally opted in and have AI blow them up.
Yep.
Turn those into contracts.
What's the average cost for a Facebook lead?
Like $50. No, not even, like 30, I would say.
Yeah.
They're a lot. Yeah. if I gave those to my guys, I have given those to my guys,
Mhm.
and yeah, they're not happy.
Yeah, no, I would not put my sales team on it. They will get burnt out. I'll put AI on it.
Qualifying process for stuff like that. I don't think it's
What's the pre-qualifying process?
Dequalifying.
Whether they will, yeah.
repeat the question.
Yeah. What is the dequalifying process?
So for us to disqualify, it really comes down to cooperation.
Hmm.
If they're unwilling to sit through the 2-minute conversation with Sarah or AI, then we don't book appointment. We don't transfer. But that's really it. Like, and that's true. Like, even in an appointment, if I sit down with Brent as like, hey, can I share with you how these conversations normally go? And I go through the process, and he won't let me finish setting the expectations. Like, all right, Brent, I don't think we're going to be your guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be your buyer. I'm going to leave. Right. So cooperation is part of the qualification process.
That's awesome.
And it's not their answers.
It's not the quality of their answers. It's cooperation. Now, at some point, right, someone's going to figure out underwriting where we can figure out like what the price of what they're asking for is realistic or not. We're not there today. I've not found a good AI underwriting organization yet. But once we do, we can include that as well. But right now, that's not a priority.
Yeah. Do you give a score to like an AI score on the conversation?
On the quality of conversation, yeah.
Lead, like the lead score, like this is a hot lead, this is a warm lead, this is a
Yeah.
cold, or like what
We do. It's not
how do
great
you
yet.
give it- yeah,
It's not great yet. It's just it's not a science yet. It's like, like feel at this moment. So we're gonna dial it in, because going back to the psychographics part, right now we just roll our first version, but like we're incrementally making things better. So we're gonna get to a point where like, hey, like you gotta call this like right now. Right? Like we're gonna send you angry text messages that you didn't answer, you didn't call this lead right now. But at this exact moment, it's still kind of subjective.
Yeah, but how do you rank it? Is it hot, warm, cold? Is it 5 stars?
It's out of
Is
100.
it out of 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, out of 100.
And do you know the numbers on how many of the calls that you're currently getting from your current clients are above an 80?
I don't. I'm dealing
Probably
with.
should figure that out.
I should. we're actually hiring someone to just roll things, smooth things out better. My goal is just to constantly innovate, right? Like, for example, the pseudo CRM I built out this past weekend, right? And like when I'm talking about, like, I'm the one that's doing it, right? And so it's being able to upload your database into our world so that we can start calling it. Like, I'm figuring out like the technical feature set that our guys can use right now. The things that move the needle the most is where most of our energy is spent. There are a lot of things we can clean up and make better, but they're like, even though they're important, they're not nearly as important as the things that can really move the needle. Like, you know, again, the follow-up queue, cleaning, like going through and calling through your CRM, I think is a more important feature than, you know, scoring the call. Again, that's not important. It's just we're focusing on the ones that move the needle the most.
So this whole conversation has been direct to seller.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on going through the agents?
What do you mean?
Listed properties, reaching out to realtors to get their you know, people that they know that want to sell for cash.
We've been reluctant to go to
like more
realtors.
Of the Astro flipping, the Jamil and Keegley and that type of model than direct to seller.
That's more prospecting. So our AI does not do prospecting because it goes back to the opt-in component, right? I don't want. So
yeah, but isn't an agent's number a commercial number, and you can just blow
depends
it up
on the depends on the realtor.
It certainly seems like it because I have not opted into any agent, and I get 15 texts a day. Oh, hey, are you still an agent?
Yeah.
You still do real estate?
Yeah, but those are fly-by-night companies.
Jesse.
Of course.
Thank you, Jesse.
Jesse has to get back to
those are fly-by-night companies based out of India, right? Like they have no, like they're not American-based companies.
Miss
Right.
you, Steve.
Thank you. They're not American-based companies, so like the rules don't apply to them. For us, we want to be compliant because my goal is eventually to sell this company, and every lawsuit devalues the company.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but what if you have agents that have opted in?
Agents opted in, then we could create that bot. We could. That's not out of the question.
What about properties that are listed on the MLS?
What do you mean about like?
Have an AI call about the house listed on the MLS.
It's been on the market for 90 days.
And give those to people.
That makes sense. So we haven't talked about that. So that's an interesting point. Because calling realtors and saying, hey, you have any properties that'd be a good fit is one thing. But yeah, calling listed properties, would they be interested? That's a good idea. We'll do that.
Because there's technologies like OfferGun that show you all the properties that have been sitting on for a while and gives you kind of the price that you should be submitting. So, I mean, you could hook into a technology like that with an AI, and the AI is like, hey, would you take, 180 for it or whatever? Yeah. And then it's just a numbers game. So and then they could call every agent instantly that has properties that are listed.
So the part we were talking about earlier about humans, people rather deal with humans.
Yeah.
Right. So our avatar generally does not care. We've not found that they really care about humans or AI. I think realtors will get their feelings hurt. They're divas. And I think that if we had AI calling them, they'd be like, how dare you call me? Right. Like you don't have, or how dare you have your AI call me? You want to talk to me, you call me personally. I can foresee realtors.
It's a numbers game, Steve.
It's true. So yeah, we'll roll that out.
If they go, yeah, I am an AI. I can connect you to Steve Trang right now, a live flesh and blood human. Apparently.
Or a hologram.
Yeah. No. And then they transfer, and then you're having conversations, and then
makes total sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because that is the strategy for a lot of people out there is making offers to already listed property in this market. I mean, obviously when interest rates go down, if they go down and the market heats up again, we're selling 7 million properties instead of 4 million properties a year.
Yeah.
Good luck getting deals off the MLS. But right now in slower, boring markets, you can get deals off the MLS.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah. I think you're turning this into, or what's going on, with the whole AI movement is going from, a whatever lead source, even to a pre-qualifying, priority, if that makes sense. Because you can have, the lead sources, but you bring them in through a bigger top funnel, and you have driving for dollars. You have, all these leads. You have the cold calling leads. You have, whatever, and you're creating this really, really good gatekeeper before it hits the bottleneck of acquisition.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, if you look at every closer's wet dream, what is it? It's just give me qualified appointments,
every closer wants to be an order taker.
right? That's
What kind of dream?
moist.
It's not helping.
So, but what do closers want? Hot appointments booked for them, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter the
Steve.
lead source.
This is a family show, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but
I wouldn't have agreed to show up. I know
what,
that.
what I'm thinking, like, so I've been working on a few things, Steve, and I'm just going through my head. So we've got we work with some really great nationwide wholesalers.
Yes.
That with 5 to 15K, but usually it's closer to the 5, they can get $100 leads. Which is 50 leads a month. It takes them, 20 to 22 leads per deal. And if they had the marketing budget, and by the way, we now have the ability to help people get working capital, AKA business credit cards at 0% interest for 12 to 18 months, right?
Yeah.
So they have this runway where they have capital so they can spend more. They open up the aperture so the cost per lead's lower. They come in and your bots go bippity boppity boo, here's the best leads. And then they get to close those. That's a nice recipe. I mean, that's a really nice recipe. You combine good, high quality, intent-based leads with, and you have that like window. And I'm not a big, getting credit card debt by any means. I mean, pay that off. But if you've got a window where you can get 40, 60, 80,000 in working capital that you can put towards your marketing campaigns.
It's a runway, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Well, the thing.
oh my gosh.
Well, we were just talking about.
It's bananas.
You're talking about like the smaller guy can compete, and there's this window of time right now that the small guy can use AI to compete again. They could be David versus Goliath right now. But in 3 months, once all the Goliaths have put AI into their systems, that window of time will be gone.
I want to make a big point too. Not all AI is created equal. So, I mean, because I built, for example, AI stuff, and I know what a pain in the butt is to create something that actually, is responsive or does the pre-qualifying the right way. I mean, it's been like an on and off switch. But it's not my lane. It's not my, my absolute vertical. It's like, all right, cool. I'm going to try this out just to understand a little more. And yeah, I mean, not all AI is created equal. You have some AI companies out there that are not, fully developed. So, keeping that in mind. So it's not just about plugging in AI, it's plugging in AI that works.
Yeah. So thanks for saying that. Because we have people like on the call and they're like, oh, we're using this company. And our answer is like, our guys are now like, okay, awesome. This is gonna be an easy sell now. Because we know they had a bad experience with a different company.
Right.
It's like, oh, we know we're better than them. So this is an easy sell. So it's like, before they're like, oh, we're competing against this company, that company. And they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. But now we have enough data. And now it's like, yeah, that company sucks. So like, this is an easy sell. So yeah, there's not all companies are made the same.
So you're saying the people that have the bigger budgets to be able to put towards marketing and have AI take these calls, filter it for their team.
Yeah.
And have real closers until you provide closers for them that are AI. That's who you think is going to just absorb the whole market, at least from a virtual wholesaling standpoint.
I think so. Yeah. Cause you look at like New Western is gigantic, right? You got, Nick Perry now in our neck of the woods. You got these guys that are doing nationwide virtual, Sean Terry. I'm trying to think who else is like really, really big in nationwide virtual, but yeah, I think there's just going to be this moment of time where they're just hiring as many salespeople right now and just amping the marketing because they know they're getting appointments. They know that the only limitation right now to closing more sales is just the number of closers because the AI is taking care of a lot of the booking appointments and reduce their overhead costs. Like that's the biggest thing, reducing the overhead costs. Now it's just a game to
put it into marketing.
Let's put it in marketing.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Bananas. I'm sorry. Bananas.
It's bananas.
It's the preferred word.
That's right. Awesome. What a great show. Wasn't this crazy? What do you think, Andra?
This is a different one. Very solid. Like that.
Hey, yeah. Andra's scared. Andra's scared of it. What do you think?
We'll have AI call you later.
Luke loves it.
I hate when I'm talking to an AI person on the phone. I scream at it. I'm like, human. Human.
She has been making humans for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
She's making a human right now.
But generally, when it's like when you're screaming human, it's because you don't feel hurt,
Yeah.
right? But if you got what you wanted in the first 15 seconds of conversation, you wouldn't want to talk to a human.
I mean, yours is better than like hospitals have them now,
Yeah.
and I feel like they just are trash. But
Yeah.
yours sound good.
Thank you.
See, not all AI is created equal.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. If you're interested in getting ahead of this, which I highly suggest that you do, this feels like when there was rumblings of text blasting back in the day.
Well,
You
this is
know
Lee
what I
Sherpa.
mean?
This is Lee Sherpa again.
It's Lee Sherpa again. This is the rumblings of the public can now get skip tracing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then it just goes, and then it just becomes commonplace. But I think if you get it figured out first, and then you really figure out how to get the capital
Mhm.
to be able to spend in your marketing campaigns, you're going to be well ahead in 2026.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, guys. Put the thing on one more time. The little runner. Text TTP to 33777. Schedule an appointment with Steve's team. It's $1,500 a month until December 1st. And that's when Steve starts raking in the big dough for the big boys and
pay as you go
girls out
plan.
there. So make sure you guys lock that in. Text TTP to 33777. Thanks, guys.
Boom.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. That's our show today, guys. If you're not subscribed and you're getting value, make sure that you subscribe. If you want to get the absolute best leads that you've ever seen, the best possible, go to talktopeople.com. You know it. And remember this, 3 rules, right? Keep your house clean, protect your health, and increase your